Hey, good morning. Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, out here with Patrick today. Patrick just finished one of his most intense rounds of chemo and is feeling pretty good today. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna go and get a few projects done. And that's my boy right there. Here we go. We got the big train rolling through town. Cool graffiti. This is my hometown. This thing rolls through here a couple times a day. All right, Patrick and I are all set up on our first job over here. I got the hoses all pulled. We're ready to go. We got this multi-building apartment complex. We're only doing this one building today. This is a 6-unit. It's pretty big. The back side is very dirty. We'll show you that in a minute. And then we've got this building, which we're not doing today. We're estimating this. And then another building just like this. This thing's pretty big, bigger than it looks. It's high in the back. There's decking in the back. So this one's going to be fairly pricey for me. But anyway, I got my hoses pulled all the way the length of this building to the end. I'm going to wash the end, work this way, come back to the driveway and wash that very dirty end. It should be pretty quick and easy for me, and I'm going to jump right in. Okay, so those of you that are curious about chemical consumption for the day, I've got 45 gallons of fresh shock I just loaded in there this morning. I've got 6.5 gallons or so of soap to start with, and there's about 10 or 12 ounces of eliminator in that 6 or 7 gallons of water. So that's very diluted. I keep getting a lot of questions how much soap you're using. I'm using very little soap. I'm creating a very diluted soap in my soap tank, and then I'm pulling through the proportioner. Okay, we're downstreaming through the proportioner today. We're going to turn this down a little bit to start with. I got one crank on the soap, and we're going to turn the shock down just a hair. Okay, so I should be shooting right about 1% here today. And I'm going to fire it up and see what we get. It's a beautiful morning, not too cold. Oh, all right, I'm out here on the front side of this now. The truck's right over there. I just washed this end. Shady, came out real good. I don't know if you can see in the video or not though, but I just did this section of gutter right to that downspout to see how much it would change, and it's a big difference. So I'm gonna soap this whole side. It's in the sun this morning, and I'm gonna rinse this whole side, and I'm gonna pull everything into the driveway and do the back. We're at M5 soaping all of this nice and easy today. All from the ground, no problem. All right, now we're on the parking lot side, back by the truck, and these cars are all in the way. So process is to saturate them first with water, shoot this side, and then switch back over to rinse and saturate them more, and I should be good. Okay, this is the very dirty side, as you can see. I think I'm gonna take a quick before and after picture there. But the plan is to soap this entire side of the building. Go back to the truck for a minute, grab a drink, and then come back and start rinsing again. Maybe even rinse from the end. I like to soap out and rinse back sometimes. We'll see how much it's changed in the minutes that I give it. But that's the easiest way to do things. If I can soap all the way to the end and then rinse my way back in a few minutes to the truck, that'd be good. But I'm gonna take a picture of this and get going. All right, I want to soap my gutter line twice. I soaped the gutter line on the way back to the beginning here, so change of plans. And now I'm gonna rinse all the way out to the end, and we'll be just about done. So I don't know, 15 more minutes maybe or so. So rinsing on this side, and this project to be all done. It looks like I used about 8 gallons of shock. I just went back to the truck for a minute and checked the tank, and we're right at about 8 gallons to do this project. I did turn the dial up for this side. This was the very dirty side. I'm going to show you that spot again in a few minutes that was so dirty. So I opened the valve up all the way on the proportioner, and I got some nice fresh agrochem shock in here, so I was probably putting up at least 1.25, if not a little hotter. So it worked very well, and this has been a real easy project so far today. All right, there's my result. That's just all glare from the sun. All right, came out fantastic. Just a quick M5 rinse on that. That was probably close to a 10-minute dwell time over here on the shady side. So chemical did all the work for me there. We got Patrick out here on hose patrol. Toughing through it. The kid's tough, let me tell you. Hasn't been able to work for a couple of weeks, but he's out here today. Beautiful day. All right, Patrick and I are set up on this second property. We're doing gutters on this house today and washing it. So I'm starting here, working my way around the front. I'm gonna end on the stretch in the back right there in that corner. Come right back around, put my ladder back on the truck. So I'm gonna go around the house in that manner. And then I've got the truck set up over here. We've got the water hooked up already. We're pulling hose all the way to the back to the woods line there and then cutting back in. And we're gonna start our wash here, wrap around the back of the house and in the front by the porch and roll back up to the truck. So I'm going up there right now and see what we got in the gutters. All right, off to a great start. Nothing in this one. And you can see this black dingy mold all over this siding. If you come down, you can see it on the green. And this is painted cedar shake siding, only a few years old. I'll be washing this today with the normal 1% house mix that I use on everything, with a nice rinse and no pressure, and this should change dramatically. All right, we're all done the gutter cleaning, and now we're starting the soft wash. M5, I got my SH turned all the way on, and I put an extra crank on the soap. So I'm wanting it to cling here for a minute or two longer because I'm not going to be able to apply any pressure at all in this wood. So I'm going to let the soap hold the SH there for a second longer for me and hopefully get a better result. And it's just a beautiful day to wash. All right, this is cleaning up unbelievably well. I'm on the front now. It's the last side I have to do. Got my hose all looped out, so it's easy for me to pull. And then when I'm done, walk back to the truck, reel it right up. I'm not sure you can see how dingy it is up in these corners, but this house wash is working fantastic on this wood and the trim. It's reacting almost instantly. And this house is really popping. Patrick is qualified hose technician with his glove on. He's the master. Job number 2 complete. And there's a little country store down the road. We're gonna go grab a sandwich, sit on a bench, enjoy a few moments together, and then we're gonna go do one more pretty good sized house wash. Here we go, and call it a day. All right, we're at about 25, 26 or so gallons right there. So that one took about 6 or 7 gallons to wash that house. All right, now we're set up on this big, beautiful house. It drops away in the back to 3 stories. I got a big peak on the other end over there, landscaping everywhere. We got the truck hooked up, set up, connected to water in the back. I got hoses pulled across the back, and I'm starting in that far end over there. I'm gonna show you how this terrace is down here. And unfortunately, we got some wind here now today. This house, thankfully, is not super dirty. So we should be able to get an effective wash on it. But check out this backyard, dude. That's beautiful. Love that. It tapers down to the river there. It's a gorgeous property. And as you see, as I get down there, it's a pretty good shot all the way up in here. And I got some dormers and some angles. See if I can show you that real quick. So that's a pretty good trick shot up into there, and then obviously the side of the dormers. But I think we're gonna hit that all pretty good from the ground. There is one bee's nest right there, a husk of a bee's nest. I'm gonna try to saturate that with soap, turn it to paper mache, get that to come down. Then of course we're hitting all this railing and deck, spindles, etc. So gorgeous property. Wind chimes everywhere making noise for me. I pulled my hose all the way down to the woods line over there, and pulled another couple loops, and then I gotta go through this gate, no problem, and shoot this side all from one spot. So I'm gonna jump right in and get soaping. Lots of soap in that peak up there. Saturate the crap out of it. I'm gonna try to get as much on that nest as I can right there. That gutter has a helmet on it, and it's not keeping up with my overflow. We did offer to do gutters here, but the client didn't want to spend the money. That's okay with me. I might wind up putting a 24-foot ladder right there, just so I can knock that nest down. Okay, we're up on that, no problem. We got a window open up there. Just stay away from that completely. Client is not home. There's nothing I'm gonna do about it, except stay away from it. right, Patrick and I are heading home for the day. You guys have a great Father's Day, and I will catch you on Monday. Coming home to my 455-gallon drums of new straight 12.5 from Agrochem. I finished my last drum this morning, and now we're set up for the week next week.